We back, y'all.
Big
Welcome
piece.
to another episode of Vibes and Convo.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on in, come on in. Yes, sir.
We
Come on.
Welcome
feel
to
real
another
epic right now.
episode of Vibes and Convo, y'all. Hey, y'all know what time it is. We're y'all hosts, Mr. On Key right there, always on key, never off.
This guy.
We got our player partner, Mr. Kirk Quinn, Mr. Get In times 10 if you want to win.
Come on.
Anything less is a sin. And I'm your
That's
friendly
it.
neighborhood sequel 2297. And this week,
Hee.
ha!
Hee.
Hey,
Aha.
battle.
Hee.
We got a battle this week. Hey, Key, you want to tell them what we got cooking, man?
Hee.
All that,
This
huh?
morning or
Yeah.
afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
This what we got going on.
What's up?
Yeah.
This what we got going on and make you want to sing.
That
You
Promise
want to
you.
sing a song? Got
I
something
promise
going
you, it
on?
make you want to sing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
What I'm mentioning right here will make you feel all of these things. So we dug into the albums this time around, ladies and gentlemen. And the albums that we chose to put versus each other
Digging in
is quite
crates.
interesting.
Yes.
So we're going to start with Brandy. We're going to go dig in her catalog and pull out just a little album called Full Moon.
Ooh.
Full
Okay.
Moon.
Okay.
She
You know
she
when
brought
that
out her
when that
inner
dropped,
wolf.
it changed a lot of things.
Yes.
She was definitely howling on there.
And the second album is from the hip hop queen of soul,
Okay.
Mary J. Blige. We just pulled a little album from her catalog. It's little. It's little.
What's this one? What's the little
Called My Life.
Man. We're talking about two matchups here.
Look.
Come on.
Look.
Two certified classics.
Shh.
Yeah. I mean, this is
We got to
in the
do it.
golden era.
We got to talk about it.
Yes,
This
we
when
do.
I used to pull out my CD case and show my CD sleeve. Like, look, son, I got. Come on,
CD sleeves.
remember the CD
Yeah.
CD
sleeve?
sleeves. The CD. Oh, man, I used to have CD
Yeah.
booklet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Still rocking
Yeah.
the Walkman, the CD Walkman.
With the book,
We used to
hey,
put the
man.
CD on the opposite way so it face each other so you could double it
Yeah.
up
Hell yeah.
Mm,
Hell yeah. And not scratch them.
and not
right.
scratch them.
Not scratch them. You got your cover.
Everybody had the CD booklets, but how many of those CDs actually worked?
That
Oh.
part.
Right. You know what? That's when music was diabolical. Because you got to think about it, fellas and audience. Remember your favorite album? You used to play it so much that it scratched. So what you had to do to get it? You had to go buy it again.
Mm-hmm.
That
See,
you
the
did have to
whole
do.
the whole system was diabolical.
That is what you had to do.
But it
It
is my
is.
favorite time of music. This is when I learned the most, read the most, looked at the most, had valued the artwork the most. You know what I mean? There are some things that this era of music signified. So I'm glad we could dig in crates today.
Come on.
You heard
Come
me.
on.
Most definitely.
We
Most
definitely gonna get into it, and we definitely gonna
Yes, we are.
talk that nerd talk today.
Hell yeah. So
But
if y'all
before we
welcome,
get into that,
yes, sir.
oh, go ahead, Timbo.
I was gonna say, if y'all ready for this R&B nerd talk, man, this is y'all episode right here.
Come on,
This is it.
come on,
This is it in depth for real.
come on.
And feel free to hop in the chat, man. Doggone, give us y'all opinion. Y'all 1-2 on this here, man. Let me know where y'all stand.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I'm pretty sure we'll probably open up the phone lines later on in the
Yep.
episode, but right now we're about to dig into this.
Come on, we're about to do it. So before we get into it, let's do these few steps that we need you to take. All right,
Just a few.
just a few. We got 3 steps we need you to take.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? In the words of Deacon Cisco,
Uh
they were 5 steps.
There were
According to Deacon Cisco.
5.
we
We
only
doing
dealing with
3.
3 today.
Just 3. See, that's even better.
Step 1
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
is to find your place of comfort.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
can be at home. That can be in your couch. That can be in your living room. That can be in your bed, right? That can be in your favorite chair. You know what I'm saying? That can be all you gamers with a game chair. You know what I mean? Um, and those that live the luxury life on the rooftop.
Up
Up
on
on
the
the roof.
roof.
Oh wow.
Don't forget your hammock.
Oh yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah. Don't forget your bean stalk.
he
Don't forget
tried.
that.
You clean that up.
Okay.
He cleaned that up real quick.
You
Yeah.
need to get that bean bag. Everybody,
There we
everybody.
go.
Yeah, you can, you know, whatever is your place of comfort,
Damn.
that's where we
Lavish.
want you to be.
Yes.
Step 2.
Mm.
Come on.
Let's get you a good set of headphones.
Like we got.
Good set of headphones so you can follow this whole journey so you don't miss nothing. If you're riding in the car, we understand. Yes, listen to it through the car speakers. That's high quality. That is high quality. And it's safe driving, right?
Hearing is fundamental.
But if you are on your mobile device, please get a good set of headphones. It could be wired, it could be Bluetooth, don't matter. Long as it's headphones, because we want you to be able to follow everything that we're talking about.
Yeah.
We don't want you to miss none of the conversation,
Yeah.
right? So that way, if you tune in later or you choose to call in later, you right there with us, step by step. Step 2, let's get you a good set of headphones.
That part.
Step number 3.
Step 3.
Man.
Ah.
Don't need to cover the label. Don't need to cover the label.
Cheers,
Step
fellas.
number 3 is
Cheers.
get you your favorite beverage, and we want you to put it right next to you, like this motion here.
Man. I don't understand.
Mine is water,
Water game.
water, water, water. Even though the seal has been broken today. The seal has been open.
He can't even hide the evidence, y'all.
That part.
This is crazy. This is
That part.
crazy.
Water
Let's
game
go.
today, y'all.
Now I'm drinking some water today. I ain't gonna lie. I talked about it before the episode, before we jumped on. Brothers, I've literally missed my water the last 3 episodes. I be parched, bro. Like I
I
have
don't
Ah.
know who he think he is,
okay, man.
but will it be thirsty?
For real though.
But yeah, step number 3, man,
Have-
is
have
get
a
you your
drink,
favorite
though.
beverage and put it right next to you. So now, before we get into the main topic, I have a few new projects I want to mention.
Talk about it.
And if you guys know any more than I do, please, do unveil.
Yes.
Okay.
First album, new album that dropped this past Friday. Miss Kiki Wyatt. Miss
It's
Yeah.
back.
Kiki Wyatt.
Okay.
Certified.
Yes.
Certified, right?
Right.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure I pull it up on the screen so
Y'all can see
folks
what it
can
is.
see what's going on,
Yes, sir.
right? Let's go. Yeah, man. I've listened to it one time through. It's not enough for me. I gotta really,
Mhm.
get all the way into it. But yeah, man. Kiki Wyatt. I'm gonna pull this up on the thing. Let's go.
Mm. Mrs. Steal Your Song herself.
Yeah.
Come on.
Only singer I know to make Patty mad.
Man, she did a couple of remakes that I'm like, okay, you're gonna have
What?
to chill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Well, you
Kiki
start
got
getting enemies in this bad boy.
what you call it? She got a legendary soul vocalist energy.
Hmm.
she like
Hmm.
she sing like she sing like them.
Yeah, she's a
Like she
phenom.
she really got the chops. They only got maybe three or four
Man,
female vocalists that got those kind of chops.
Yeah,
I was looking for the images. Okay,
yeah,
here we
yeah.
Yeah,
go.
Kiki a phenom, man. Period.
Kiki, Fantasia, you know,
Yeah,
we got a few.
yeah, we do.
You got a handful of
And it's almost like they keep trying to suppress them for some reason. Like
high
they should be way more mainstream than what they are.
Yeah, you can't. Hey,
high key talent.
this is anointed, the
Yeah,
anointed,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Miss
yeah.
Kiki Wyatt, man.
But no
trying to
matter what, they stay in demand.
Come on.
right.
Oh, and
Certified.
yeah, she stay booked.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You
Mhm.
see,
All right, that's the image of the cover right there.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Um,
okay, Kiki.
certified, man.
Hey,
Um, very briefly, just want to bring it up, mention that Kiki Wyatt does have a new album out. This
Yes.
is her first album in 7 years.
Wow.
With some folks, it's crazy how much time goes by before they release another album.
Uh-huh.
Um, but off the first listen, I can't give you much.
I
I
can't.
can't do it.
Yep.
I can't do it. I have to listen to it at least 3 times
Mm-hmm.
before I can give you real take. But I highly encourage everybody else to go to your digital store.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit that Amazon store. Go ahead and download it.
Yeah.
Then go ahead and stream it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
Okay.
ahead and buy it and then go and stream it. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go. Yep.
Um, yeah, man. Kiki Wyatt is definitely one of my favorite female vocalists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Period. And getting busy. Getting busy. What I can tell you from this, from what I heard the first listen, I can tell you that it's Kiki Wyatt.
That's all I need to hear.
It's Kiki Wyatt.
That's all I need to
No experiments on this album. It's
hear.
Kiki Wyatt.
Like that. Okay. A lot of artists jump out there for a while and forget who they are, try to reinvent, or act
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
they
there's
don't know
no,
their stuff.
yeah, nah.
Uh-huh.
This one is none of that.
All
Right.
right.
None of
Any
that.
other new releases?
Yes. Second
Uh,
album I want to mention is Marsha Ambrosius.
oh yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
try to
Oh.
bring that. I'm gonna try to bring that on the screen too, because
She been on on a little press run talking about it
come
coming
on,
out, so
Yeah, buddy.
it's
It
finally
is
she
here.
finally here.
it is finally here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Dr. Dre presents.
Okay,
Yes.
Huh? That's what I'm hearing.
Yep.
I think.
And it is
You think
top to bottom. It's
you think
Dre.
that's related to anything that's going on over at Death Row with Snoop and them being the number one R&B label in the West Coast, right?
Um,
It might be the
I don't think so.
it, it might be
She
some energy.
kind of she kind of talked about signing with Dre like
This is
Years ago.
back
this
in
was when
like '06, like
this was when
Yeah.
Eve
when
was
she was
trying to get on.
working with Game and all of them. Like,
Yep.
um, let me see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we finally got here because she has
Dre calls this the best work he's ever done.
what? That's what you
That's
Mm.
said,
from his,
Trey?
that's from his lips. He feel like this is the best work he's ever done to
Okay.
date.
Is this his first R&B album?
Technically, no. Remember Truth Hurts?
Truth hurts.
She had an album.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah, she dropped that. She did drop an album.
Waiting
Outside them
for
2 singles, it did come out.
Hey,
Didn't do much, but it did come out.
dang.
Yeah.
see, I gotta go listen to that then
Yeah.
because
Have you listened
that's
to
not
this
right.
yet?
That's not right that I did that with Truth Hurts. That's not right.
Yeah. Hey, it is what
So
it
here
is.
we go. Casablanca, right?
Yes. Yes.
Marsha Ambrosius. 11 tracks, huh?
Mm-hmm. Each track a movie.
The White House Casablanco.
Yep. Executive
Casablanca.
producer Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She had producers Dim Joints, DJ Khaled, Dr. Dre, 5 more producers, writers, Christopher Anderson, Brazil,
Yep.
Dim Joints, DJ Khaled was a writer on here.
Yep.
Additional vocals, Sly Paper.
Yep.
Sly
Okay.
Piper. Now we've heard of Sly. I've heard of Sly
Sly
Piper.
Piper, yeah.
He was on. The first time I heard him was on Snoop Dogg's, uh, the book of the Bible, the Christian album he had.
Yeah.
Ah,
There's some
Mhm.
joints on there.
Well, when you hear him on here, the little bit of shine he does get on here,
He's dope. I already like him.
it's very impactful.
Yeah, he's
Very impactful.
yeah. I heard him pop up on one of them songs.
Yeah, and that's the only song you heard him on.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still right on time, bro.
shout out to Sly. Keep going,
This is
my
dope,
guy.
man. Shout out
There's
Marshall, man.
so much to unpack with this album. Look forward to a review on this in the future, people.
Super. We got a science project on our hand.
Yeah, for real. For real.
For
Hell
real,
yeah.
for real.
Hell yeah. Who else we got? Anybody else?
The last one for me is Lucky Day.
Yes.
Lucky
Yeah,
Day
yeah.
with the algorithm.
Yes. Yes.
You know, Mr. Lucky Day is
Yeah.
drops pretty consistently.
Shout out
Shall
to
I
New
say?
Orleans. Shout out to
Yes.
New Orleans. Let's go, Lucky Day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He working.
Represent.
Definitely.
He working for sure.
He's definitely pushing the lines with this one, too.
Come on.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm.
He I haven't had a chance to listen to this one yet. I'm still on the first Kiki White and Marsha. It's hard to listen to 3 albums at the same time that I know I'm gonna repeat.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But we
You'll
gonna
get
get
there,
there.
Yeah.
We gonna get there.
Yeah.
I'm excited
But
to
off
give it
top,
a
definitely
shot.
worth a listen, though. Definitely worth a listen.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh
All you
yeah.
do.
I'm definitely gonna dive in, you know?
All right.
Because Lucky Day, man.
Yeah.
You know, every time I look up, he got an album.
Yep.
Yeah, he working.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes,
gotta
sir.
admire that.
Yep.
Gotta admire that. You know what I'm saying?
All right. All right. Real quick, I'm about to rapid fire real quick. Some other notable releases and new releases that we want to mention real quick while we're on the subject or whatever.
Okay.
Duran Bernard dropped En Route a few weeks ago. It's a new
Mhm.
EP. Definitely go check that out. Also, Tim's dropped a new album, Born in the Wild. Definitely worth a listen. If you're a fan of Tim's, yeah, she's giving you more of that and then some.
Okay.
Also, in light of the new episode that my brother brought up that we keep up with, shout out to R&B Money Podcast. We watch y'all faithfully, man. We love everything y'all do. And late this week they had Layla Hathaway on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. And notable, quite coincidentally, she's got an album out right now called Vanta Black.
So she's on her press run.
Yes. So y'all need to go check that out. Vanta Black right
Okay.
now. New Layla Hathaway. She's not playing, y'all.
Nah, she one of the ones.
Yes, sir. Also, another hometown favorite of Kurt's, man, Mr. PJ Morton. He finally released Cape Town to Cairo.
Let's go.
It's out
Yes.
right now.
I've listened a little bit of that too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely out right now.
Okay.
And last but not least, I want to bring up a friend of Vibes and Convo, somebody that we featured on here a while back. Maida finally dropped her album, Endless Night.
Okay.
It's
Shout
out
to Maida.
right now.
Let's
go.
Go check that
Let's
out,
go.
y'all.
Congrats.
Hell yeah. And
It's
don't forget to
R&B
check
everywhere,
out,
man.
and don't forget to check out the Vibes and Convo playlist. All these
Come
artists we
on.
just mentioned got music featured on the Vibes and Convo
Definitely
playlist
on
right
there.
now. Right now.
Definitely on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Typically, the
Yes,
link
sir.
is going to be in the description, so make sure it'll bring you right to the Spotify playlist for Vibes and Convo.
Yes, indeed. Come on.
But all right,
Talking
that's
that
dope.
R&B thing over here, man.
That's a lot.
We talking that R&B thing. So let's get all the way into it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Let's go.
Yes,
The church
uh,
runs with the gunshots is diabolical. That's not that's diabolical.
it was
Hey,
like
hey,
there was
Hey, look.
gunshots. I
if
didn't
nothing else can bring you close to the God, them gunshots damn sure will.
There's gunshots. I didn't
Oh,
hear any. Let's get
man.
all the way into it. Brandy's Full Moon. Shout out Ronnie Jerkins.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Shout out Teddy Riley
Mm-hmm.
for creating this impact of an album. I feel like Full Moon had a big impact on just
Mm,
sonic sound versus Mary J. Blige. Classic My Life album.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
If you
That was
look into my life
Mm-hmm.
and see what I see,
hey.
right there, right there,
Don't forget the
Yo,
right.
who she was dating KC at this time, right?
Yeah.
This this is why a lot of people actually fell in love with Mary J. Blige. This
It
was
felt
This
their
like it was
album,
real. Everything she sung was real.
this was their
this
gateway
album.
drug to
Yeah.
marry.
Let's get into it. So, what we
She's your
want?
quintessential real one, real book. You know what I'm saying?
Which one we want to start with first?
Um,
Rock, paper, scissors.
yeah. Rock paper scissors shoot. Now let's start with, since I'm on the Wikipedia looking at some information on them. Let's take a look at My Life by Mary J. Blige.
Okay,
Right.
Let's start there
let's
because it did
start
come
there.
out first. All right, so let's see. My Life by Mary J. This is her second album, right? Uh, Based off of the information available, this was released November 29th of 1994. That would be a solid 30 years ago this year. Um, Trying to see, she had a few singles off this album. Uh, Be Happy,
Right.
uh, I'm Going Down. Um, oh, You Bring Me Joy. That was off this one, and I Love You.
Yep.
She had five. She
You
actually,
bring me joy.
yo,
I don't know what I would do. Yep.
super aggressive. Five singles off of one album. They wanted to eat off of this for at least a year and some change. This
Oh,
was and this is again, I'm Going Down is like the hurt woman anthem.
yep.
But again, you wouldn't have music to relate to those emotions if you didn't have Mary J. Blige. That was a huge album. I'm trying to see where it charted, things of that nature. I'm not seeing that information specifically,
Mhm.
but oh no, this was the pivotal Mary J. This is where a lot of her content and what a lot of people know her for comes from.
Right.
Right? Would that be safe to say?
I
I
think
think
it's
so.
safe to say.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. Oh, I know I was a little young whippersnapper when it came
It's
out.
this,
So,
it's this one. It's what's the 411?
Yep.
hmm
You know, we gotta
Yep.
attach those to her.
Yes, you do.
Um,
right.
yeah, my life seems so personal, so
Mm.
personal. You know what I mean? Um, it definitely played. Man, I just remember my older sister um, playing the mess out of that My Life album. It
Mhm.
was on rotation, man. She had made like different copies of the tape.
Mm.
It's just all the tapes is all around the house. You know what I mean? They all got the name. They all got the tape with the pen.
Oh
You know,
man,
maybe you had to label the tape like that. Um, yeah, man.
I do.
My life, classic, classic, classic. And I think it's you know, with Mary J. Blige, that album, I do remember the remake, right? Um, I'm going down, you know. people wouldn't stop playing that. It was just crazy. They just kept playing it like it was a religion. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
playing it religiously. Shout
And it
out.
was brilliant timing when you put it in the context, because
Yeah.
that song featured on a very prominent movie soundtrack,
Mm.
Waiting to Exhale, that
See,
I'm going down. And then the rollout for the album that came soon after,
Right.
and that being on that album, like that really drove the album in a major way. And to be a body of work that went along those lines, being so personal, so
very
Right.
introspective, very
yeah,
personal.
yeah.
She was
It
dealing
was
with a
brilliant
lot at that
marketing on
time.
top of that.
Right.
Yeah,
I
she
agree
was.
100%.
Yeah.
Um she you know, very interesting catalog, Mary J. Blige.
Yeah,
Because earlier on she kind of did more, you know,
Mhm,
personal. Personal. She let you into her life, you know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Early.
mhm.
right.
Um, and then, things in life change. So, we watched her go from this to getting happy. Do it just fine, fine, fine. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Like we watched her do that, which is kind of dope. But
mhm,
my life kicked all that off though.
Right.
My life kicked all of that off.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying
Hey,
to
shout out to the chat real quick, man. Vanessa Wilkins, I have a my life story. That's
huh.
Hmm.
what's up. Marshall Wayne, what the hell? Oh my God. Shout
Come on.
out Marshall Wayne, man. We just added this guy's music to our playlist recently, man.
Shout out,
Oh,
sir.
And
that's
and
right.
now he's right here in the chat, man. We see you, man.
Come on.
Shouting out Brandy right now. Hey, 1,000, man. That's a good look,
Right.
man. I love it. I love it.
We see y'all. We see y'all, man.
Shout out to the
Yeah,
chat,
yeah.
y'all.
Most definitely. Hey,
Don't
Now,
worry. Don't worry. We're gonna
now
open the phone lines a little later.
I'm gonna
yes,
say
we
this.
are.
Open the phone lines a little later.
Yes, we are. Stay locked in. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Keep sharing the live, man.
I feel
Yeah,
like
for real.
if you talk about impact of
Hmm.
albums, first of all, I
Hmm.
think this album had a huge impact. You mentioned that
Definitely.
waiting to excel, that alley oop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it really propelled Mary J to be in the front of the world, in the front of all things female singing. She
Yeah.
was, you know what I mean? And then she was still rough. So she was a singer, but Mary J represented kind of like a little rougher, still R&B soul. She's still
Yeah.
soulful. All the stuff we like about her is her
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah.
You know what I
With more of
mean?
an edge. I feel you.
But
Just edgy.
she was just edgy, and she was an
Yep.
edgy female. So it was like,
Mhm.
I think this album is one of Mary J. Blige's most impactful albums, and it made her have some of the most iconic fan base.
Mm.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Speaking from even when I remember being a little, you heard me, little
Yeah.
shorty.
Yes, sir.
Uh, I remember this going
Wow.
crazy. I remember this being in everybody's album booklet.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
Hmm.
Vanessa Wilkins says, yes, I was in the studio with Mary when she made a few of her
Get
songs.
out of here!
What?
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, you
Hold
got.
on.
Hey Vanessa, don't
That's
go
crazy.
Hey,
nowhere.
Vanessa, don't go nowhere,
We gonna,
please. I
we
need,
gonna,
yeah, we need,
we gotta talk to
Gotta
you.
talk
yes,
about that.
like right
We
now.
gotta talk about that.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
please.
Nah,
Oh
man.
my God.
See, look at
Hey,
it.
hey,
Six,
we
six,
live, y'all.
six,
It don't get no
Live.
liver than this, man.
six degrees of
Yes,
separation.
sir.
You
Oh
know
my God.
somebody who knows somebody who
Yeah,
know
got some
Obama.
credible people in here right now.
Come on.
Right.
Come
All
on.
right. Hey,
Let's
Yeah.
go.
what this album did, man, I remember specifically
Hmm.
wearing this album out many a days, man. Like
Okay.
helping me get through my struggles as a doggone teen, just trying to figure out life and being in high school and stuff or whatever. Like this was a go-to for me. Like it was almost therapeutic for real.
Okay.
Like if you were having a bad day, this made you feel like it was gonna be all right.
Dang.
It really did.
Mm.
This album, it did that for a lot of people who I conversed with throughout the years that really resonate with this.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely a classic. It's one of her doggone landmark albums. Really a stature in her career.
All right.
Like it's all even now with all the albums she's released since or whatever. You bring up Mary J. Blige, you can almost guarantee they'll bring up this album first.
Right.
Right. Correct.
Impactful.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah. Marshall Wayne, I feel you, man. I would have been given an arm and a leg to be in the studio with either one of them. Two. I feel you.
Right.
Been a fly
Right.
on the
Yeah.
wall, you know?
Hell yeah. I agree with that too. Jasmine Sullivan's the new Mary J in terms of content. Full on
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Full on. Huh?
Yeah.
She's like Mary 3.0.
Come on.
I never that's okay. That's dope. I never associated Jazzy with Mary J.
Yeah. Yeah. When you think about content, just
Huh.
just content alone, yeah, that's
Right?
very, very, very fair
Yeah,
game.
they got this thing where it's like they know how to
Till they the
tell
painful
their
truth.
story. Yeah, they
Yeah.
know how to tell
Yeah.
their story.
Because that Lions and Tigers and Bears,
Oh,
when
yes.
Jasmine first came out, was on some
Yes.
Mary J. Blige
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
It was really on a
Man.
that was a Mary J. MJBZ Family Tree record.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yes, it
So
was.
Yep.
I could see that. I could see
Oh,
And
that.
then what's the
I can
other
feel
joint?
that song right now, man. Why you brought
I'm in
that up?
love with another man. Like
Yep.
she just the angles. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
What's the other record? The countdown record. I like to call it.
Mm.
Oh,
I don't know.
I wish I could think of the lyrics right now.
Snap.
the countdown record.
Yeah, well, I could see the video in my head. She
Oh,
had the dude tied up on a chair,
I can't think of it.
and I can't think of the record. It's off her second album.
and that's a lot of videos that were made like that too. That's the crazy
Mm.
part.
Yeah, but none was like this. None was like this one.
Oh, you talking about the
Please,
Monday
please, please, if the chat know, yeah, please give me the
What's
name
the
of that record
Tuesday.
so I don't have to look it up.
Hotels was hard.
You
It
singing
was
it right now.
What's that Timbo Fig?
Wednesday, Thursday,
Things
things
were
were
no,
missing. Is that what you
that's
talking about?
no, that's a
No,
classic joint. That's a
I was talking
classic
about
joint right
Jasmine.
there.
Oh, you talking about Jet? Oh, my bad. I
You
thought I
say
went to
Kelly
Mary. I
Price.
thought we
Yeah,
was back on. I thought we was back on Mary. My fault.
Somebody say Kelly Price and Jesus
yeah, there
Christ.
it goes. I think it's called
Say what we're
10.
gonna do.
Oh
If
yeah,
I'm not,
yeah, yeah. It is. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I know you talking about.
yeah,
All right.
like that's that,
Yeah,
you know, that heartbroken, talking direct to the guy,
A
yeah.
like,
lot of okay.
Bare your soul.
"Man, I bust the windows out your car. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely.
But
I'm
we
glad
getting
that you
off
made
topic,
that.
man.
No, I'm glad that you made that
no, no,
connection.
no, no. We're saying it
Yeah.
because it's connected to
Oh
Mary J.
no, it's
Blige.
definitely a connection. It's
You know what I
definitely a
mean?
connection. With
It's the
I
MJB
don't want to
family
take the
tree.
focus off this masterpiece of an album we talking
Oh,
about.
nah,
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
nah. We can't do that. Can't do that
But
because this
Oh,
album,
it's the first for all this stuff we talking about, man.
man, like all of these songs sound like they could have been singles or like they were.
Yeah, yeah.
we gotta go and look.
all night
And
long
even
was
if
a
they
single.
weren't singles, they were definitely radio favorites for sure.
Right,
Stuff that people will still play.
right,
It's almost like the people made certain songs singles, even when
right.
they weren't.
Well, think about it like this. This album got what, 14, 13 songs?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Out of those 13 songs, you got one intro
Well, it
and
got more than 13.
oh, look, there we
Uh-uh.
go.
17.
17 songs.
Yep.
Mhm.
With an intro
Couple of interludes in here.
Couple of
and a
interludes.
couple interludes.
17
So
rounder.
so all of that. And they got 5 singles off of this joint.
Yep.
Boy.
That's
And
how they was doing it too.
they all went.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Different time back then. People still bought physical. You know what I
You ain't had
mean?
no choice.
Yeah,
Right.
You ain't had no
way
choice
different
but to buy
landscape
it
back then.
physically.
Yeah,
Right.
So if
way
you
different.
went to the store, you knew well, I remember going to the store and buying,
Oh yeah,
tapes and CDs.
Right.
me too.
I you know,
Shout out to
if you remember, like they if you went to the store to buy an album, you knew what you was getting.
Y'all had
Yep.
a record store that y'all would you go to in San Diego, like a iconic record store, anything like that, or was it like a
I
simple
used to
situation?
go to Music Trader,
Okay,
um, or Sam Goody.
Sham Goody, hee
Sam
hee.
Goody.
Yeah,
I,
Sam Good's nationwide.
I used to go
Yeah.
in New Orleans. There's this famous spot off of Gentilly and the Legion Fields called Peaches. Peaches is like a iconic record store in New Orleans.
Right.
I lived walking distance from that piece. I used to go get like all my old stuff from there.
I wholeheartedly agree, Marshall Wayne. To make a classic, they ain't all songs gotta be single word. You are so
Right.
right. You right.
Yeah.
Criteria,
For real.
message.
Hell yeah. That's game right there.
That's that classic criteria right there for sure.
It is.
Mhm.
It is. At minimum.
Let's jump.
Hell yeah.
Let's jump over
Hey,
to the
hey, what is some of y'all favorites off this album, man? Like what really resonated with y'all? I feel like if you played it right now, it will stop you in your tracks off this album.
mm,
You asking me or you asking y'all? You asking the
I'm
chat?
asking. It's for the floor, man. I'm asking people in the chat.
Um,
I'm asking everybody. Where y'all staying
the
on this?
song "My Life."
Okay.
mm,
All right.
Da, 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 da.
Just
That's the
that
love
one,
of
or
my
that's
life.
the one
I
that
mean,
does it for
well,
you.
that's that when I think about this album, I
Uh
do
huh.
think about that song.
Yeah.
Um, I
take
mean,
a look at
with
my
it being a
life.
self-titled
See
song,
what I
Hmm.
see.
but it summed up
Giant.
the album. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I'm talking about me. I'm talking about she was talking about her life. You know what I mean?
Period.
The
So that's why it stood out to me.
I
and
got
one,
you.
But it's
one of
not my. I mean, this album is
yeah.
classic.
You
Yes.
could you can name too many.
Yep.
For me, because I was young and I didn't like dive into the album, I kind of had to get this secondhand from my TD in them.
Hmm.
The song that resonates with me in this time was "I'm Going Down" because they used to wear that out. That
Yeah.
song would get wore the flip out.
Right.
Ooh,
Right.
I, I'll go when
Right.
Yeah.
like I'm like, all right, okay. That's like to me that is Mary J. Blige.
Uh huh.
Be Happy was interesting to me
Uh
Yeah,
huh.
too. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Um, just the see it for me it's the for one the bop that she got, but it's the that she stayed on that topic. This album stayed on that like I'm talking about how I feel. I'm talking about me, right? So like when you like Be Happy come on, it's like she's saying all I really want is to be happy. So
Uh
she's telling us she's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
You know what I'm
flip.
saying?
Right.
Like, and then for it to be the last song, it's
Yes.
crazy. They
Yep.
was thinking when they was thinking when they put this together.
That's when you was
Definitely.
you was
Definitely.
writing movies.
Come
Act
on.
That's it.
one. It's
Man, for me,
mm,
it's don't go.
Mm,
mm.
Don't
fire,
go and be
fire.
without you. Like I don't care what I got going on. You
Shit.
either one of them two come on off here.
Dang.
I'm
You
gonna have to
can't go
pause for
wrong
the
with none
call.
of this,
Be
man.
without you.
I'm gonna have to pause for the call. And that's no shade to nothing else. Like I could still listen to this album front to back. Like
Right.
no skips. Zero skips. But
Crazy.
yeah, but those the two, like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Be with
Those my little yeah. You know what
be
I'm
be without you. You
saying?
hit when
Right.
you mentioned the name, it said, "Ugh, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mary J.
Those were like
Blige."
tough. Yeah, those were like gut wrenching to me. They hit you down here.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Most definitely. But a classic album nonetheless, man. We love Mary J.
Was I'm not gonna cry on here? No.
About to say, don't
No. That came later.
Yeah, I came later.
that
That
let
came
you.
a little later.
She was
And
still in her bag.
but still solid.
Yeah.
Still one of those tear jerkers.
Man.
Hey, I hear
But
Gal sing this at
yeah,
karaoke
but you know what?
religiously to this
But you
day.
know what? I'm not gonna cry. That definitely could have went on this album.
Yes, yeah, yeah, could have.
Fit right perfect. Like,
Yep.
It
Hmm.
fit.
yeah,
Well,
for real.
Yep. Most definitely.
Mary J was in
Let's
that.
let's
She was
let's
in her bag.
Let me get over
all
there.
day. And
Yeah.
the man, and not to mention, dog, on the production.
Oh,
Oh my god! And now we're gonna flip to this.
okay,
Hmm.
okay. Full moon.
I'm gonna let y'all get y'all's off, cause you know I'll.
Look.
So this one what? This came out in what 2002, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's
Mhm.
my senior year of high school. Now I was much further along in the young game. I was able to do a little bit more my thing, and this is this is really my Brandy gateway drug. Like
So this was her first album to you.
this was the first like I knew Brandy, but I was really on some Moesha, and she was on a little movie with Whitney Houston as this Cinderella joint. Like
Yep.
those are my Moesha and Cinderella was my Brandy moments. But when this
Huh.
came out, this made me go back and make sure I ain't missed nothing. I went back and had to catch a song with her and Wanye. I had to go back after this because this
Right,
turned me
right, right,
on.
right,
So
right.
this so Full Moon turned me on to Brandy. So
Mm.
um I don't know how everybody else feel, but for Brandy, this was the impact album. This was like this was what made me say, "Oh, Brandy like that, like that."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's something about her and Rodney Jerkins working together. Um, that's crazy. Let's see what let's talk some quick facts, right? Let's talk some
Please
facts.
do. Please do.
Um, Full Moon, released in 2002. All right. Let's see. She has three singles from off of this project. Um, What About Us? What about was that the Dr. Dre joint? Or that was
Which one?
that was Black Child. The What About Us? I'm hearing it in my
Yeah,
ear.
it's Rodney Jerkins.
Rodney
Yeah.
Jerkins. Let's not
Yeah.
disrespect, but
AKA.
it had a
Yep.
yeah, it had a bop to it. So I
Rodney gave her a sound. You're
yeah,
right.
right.
Definitely gave her a sound all on.
Full Moon, Full Moon, a single, and then the last one is He Is. I gotta revisit that.
Oh man.
I can't remember how that goes in my head.
Oh man. I can.
It's charm, my angel, my dove, and my friend, my love, my wife.
I gotta
He is, Miss Charm.
I
You
gotta
gon'
hear
hey, when you hear it, when
You
you hear
hear
it,
it,
you're
you
gonna be
gonna
like,
melt.
oh my God.
I gotta hear
You
it
gonna
again.
melt still.
I gotta hear it again.
Because
But
Yeah, man.
a lot of people treated that song like a gospel song.
Yeah, because
You know what I'm saying?
it was definitely gospel in so
okay,
many
Yep.
ways.
makes
Yeah.
sense. They PKs. Brandy and Ray J, they preacher kids, right?
Are they?
Are they? I thought they was.
Someone in the chat confirmed that.
Yeah, could somebody confirm or deny my suspicions? I was always under the impression that Brandy and Ray J were PKs.
You are
Mm.
correct, sir, Mr. Marshall Wayne.
What did he
Definitely.
say? Let me
Thank
find.
you for. Oh my God, I didn't even have to say
I
it.
definitely found her sound here
Yeah,
though. I don't
yeah,
know
I
if we
see
got
it.
no gospel.
Oh, Byron Cage. Oh,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see? You
Mm-hmm.
know? Um
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. The
Yeah,
similarities are always there.
yeah.
I don't care where we go in R&B. It's always gonna be some cousin of
and
gospel.
yeah, and then he is like so many
Right.
gospel artists covered it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
Let's see.
What are some other
But
go
it was
to?
after this. It was after this is when we start calling it a vocal Bible, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. I mean,
Yeah.
say Full Moon came out first, so boom. So Brandy inspired Byron Cage. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's go.
At
I,
the impact. Full Moon had an impact.
yeah.
It,
But it's crazy how it took this album for people to really respect her in that right.
was it just a lot of people, or
It
was
was
it
such,
just me?
Well,
Because
this album got two different type of reviews.
because it's
yes, it
not
did.
her actual first album went 6 times platinum. just me looking up some
Definitely.
information on Brandy.
Definitely.
So
Right.
first album was like they treated that like R&B crack.
Yeah. Because if you remember, because this came out after like this is like after Moesha and all that, right?
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
After after the movie success and
Hmm.
she it was a break,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then she came
Seven.
back with
This was
this.
the resurgence.
Was it a
You
seven
know,
year? Wait, how long? No, no, that's Kiki Wyatt. I gotta look up
Brandy
the
does
year.
this too, though. Brandy has those long gaps in between projects. She does the long gap,
Yeah.
but when she comes, she not playing around.
Right.
Um, what I remember for this album
Four
is
years. Her last album before this was '98. Never say never. And
there it go.
this came out in 2002. So 4 year gap.
Yeah, see, um, what I remember from this album is the Full Moon song.
Mm.
I don't even wanna run. Na, na,
Mm,
na, 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 na.
mm.
I said,
Yeah,
"What is this?"
yeah. She was doing some
It was
other
a
stuff.
whole nother like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Vocally technical,
She was trying to be Whitney Jr. For sure, for sure. She had like
And she
one
was
hit and
marketed in that way, no doubt.
right?
She was
from the
marketed in that way.
from the
Yeah.
Cinderella joint.
Hey,
Whitney Houston was your godmom.
hey, if we've seen this trend all throughout
She might
music
have been a
throughout the
godmom in real
years,
life
every
too.
time there's
Huh.
one great,
Huh.
they always try to find somebody to come up behind that just in case that great doesn't. Hey, they
Right.
always do that.
To pass the torch.
And Brandy was marketed as the next Whitney early on.
She
Right.
definitely got the torch
Remember
passed
the
to her early.
remember the "Missing You" song
Yes.
off the. Was
Mm-hmm.
that "Waiting to Excel" too?
I'll find a way to get
No, that was "Set It Off."
Set it off.
Set it off.
Yep.
Yo, crazy. Now, okay. Yeah, yeah. You gotta
Look
go
who
with
was
that
on that
song.
song.
That song was
Legends.
Brandy was the young,
she
The
was
young
young
gunner.
up there with the
Yep.
Gladys Knights and the
Yeah.
Shaka Khans.
Yeah. The greats.
That's that
Yeah.
song was crazy. You mentioned that song.
They
It just
mixed those two generations on that song because
Oh
Tamia
yeah.
was on there too.
she was
Oh
the
yeah.
bridge. Brandy was the bridge to us,
Definitely. Yeah.
kinda.
Yep. And
But
she was christened by the greats even then.
yeah,
That's why I'd be like, man, why people try to play Brandy? And I was like, you can't. You can't do
well,
that.
we came
Nah,
around
when you
though.
start going looking at her stuff, it's like
Yeah. That's like that.
yeah,
You can.
You
you
kind of
you
want
you
to do the
you.
Bow Wow thing because she been in the game for a long time.
Yeah, but not with
This is,
Brandy.
but I mean, even well, anyway, I don't want to
Yep.
do it. Let's
Well,
Yeah.
Brandy dropped way more
Hey,
music than
Brandy
Bow
go
Wow.
deep, man. It just
yeah,
goes deep. That's all.
right. Brandy's crazy. That's again, she gets all the respect. I'm glad we caught on. I'm glad I caught on because I definitely miss Brandy, uh, early, but in what '90s, the early '90s and all that stuff. I was still
Hmm.
a young pup. You heard,
Hmm.
but yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Most
Um,
definitely.
what's your
Vocal Bible Full Moon, man.
Yes, Full Moon, my favorite album by far. By Brandy.
Mm.
yeah?
By far. Still to this day.
So impact
And that's
wise,
not taken away from nothing she's done. Even current. But yeah.
so both of the albums we're talking today, the Mary J. Blige joint and the Brandy joint, both of these seem to be pillars in both of their respective careers.
Yes.
Like they wouldn't be who they are without these albums. They wouldn't have the fans they have without these albums. And in
Right.
Brandy's case, she probably wouldn't have the respect she has without this album.
Hmm.
That'd be safe to say.
Yeah, because after this album, we looked at her like, oh, you are.
You like that,
Hmm.
We watched her. We watched that growth.
right?
You know what I'm saying? From the first album to the second album
Mm-hmm.
to this one. Um, it was a jump. Just some of the stuff she's doing on this
Yeah.
on this project, just with the arrangements,
I
is
read something
crazy.
about that. They said that Brandy, and I'm looking at some of this report. It says a lot of she found something with Rodney Jerkins in the studio with her backgrounds
Yeah.
where I guess Rodney Jerkins was working with Michael Jackson before
Mm-hmm.
and picked up a bunch of tips, a bunch of new tricks on stacking background vocals.
Ah.
So he brings that information over to Brandy, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This is just what's in the ether.
I
In the
think I
ether.
heard about this too.
But
I think I heard Rodney Jerkins talking about it.
yep. He says basically he took all those new tricks and studio things, brought them over to Brandy, and they perfected it, and it gave Brandy. It helped carve out a sound for Brandy that she may not have had before. So, if
Mm.
we're talking about the evolution of Brandy, we gotta kind of say the evolution of Rodney too,
Oh
because
yeah.
when we're hearing Brandy, we're hearing some of the best of Dark Child.
Oh yeah.
Shout out.
Yep. For sure.
So you got to give
Um.
respect and never say never. And you're right. Like I said, it wasn't that. It's the fact that I missed them. You know what
Right.
I mean? When I went back and I said, "Oh, I was tripping." You know what I mean?
Right.
It
Right.
was
Right.
it was my gateway.
Man, like full moon, full moon. So the last song on here, um, with Ray J, I believe it's still yeah, Die Without You.
Mm,
I thought that was interesting too. Um, you know, earlier on, like, and we talked about this before, like earlier on, like, okay, so real nerd talk right now.
okay, I think I know where you're going with this. I was waiting on you to say what you're gonna say
Yeah, I think you
because
know already.
I thought of it too. But go ahead.
Yeah, like the way we probably look at Ray J now is
I
not how we
knew it.
looked at Ray J then.
I knew it.
Right. And I don't
Boy,
mean from an image perspective, and
he
I
was
don't mean that.
projected.
I'm talking about musically, like
He
um
he was a different
vocally.
kind
Like
of
if you go back and you listen to like his first album,
right.
even on the second one, he had some songs too, but he was singing different vocally, man.
Uh, you,
Even live and everything.
you know
So
what it makes me feel like? I feel like Ray J had a different MD.
okay.
He had somebody different, like a different musician that was pulling that type of stuff out of him. Because on the first album, and that you know what I mean? Because Brandy might be a little bit more of that naturally. But then you got some artists that when they around certain music directors or certain producers, it brings out a different side of them.
Yeah, because I feel like because they both was working with Rodney,
They was,
right? So, but the thing is like
but Ray J don't
I feel
care
like Brandy
about the
kept
vocals
doing
as
music.
much.
Brandy kept doing music, and Brandy kept getting scarier and scarier and scarier till she turned into alien on us.
Right.
By the time she got to full moon, it was like,
Yikes.
oh my God, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, just a quick thing because Ray J is the last song on here, and I remember what that song sounded like, and I remember that time. You know,
You
we looked at him
remember the
different.
time?
Whew, come on.
Come, come here singing,
How you
jingling,
segue into
singing.
that?
Marshall, what he say? He said, "I wish she worked with more artists like Tank, Usher,
Usher.
Joe,
Talk about it.
Tony. Boy,
Talk about it. Talk about it, Marsh.
yeah.
My bad. My bad. My bad.
No, you're
If
right
I
though.
could call you Marsh.
Now you talking that talk because you
Yeah,
know
he
what?
talking that real talk.
I
Yeah, man.
wish I wish a lot of artists work with like with Tank. I
Yeah,
love
me too.
Tank as an artist is dope, but Tank as a vocal producer
Yeah,
is
Uh,
yeah,
I heard the best I ever heard genuine sound on that TGT album because
yeah,
of the vocal production
yeah,
that Tank was given.
yep.
So,
Yeah, he's
Kelly
a great alley ooper.
Kelly Rowland,
Artist.
the best I
Yeah,
heard Kelly was
yeah.
with Tank. So Brandy with Tank, especially oh my yeah, I'm with that 1,000%. Um
forget about it.
Yep.
and she never and Usher. Right.
I would love,
Usher
yeah, I would love to hear her
never
work
know.
with Joe.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Joe.
saying?
I would really,
Even Joe on the production. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I
Like
would really love to hear what that. Oh,
that'll sound crazy.
that'd be
Right.
out of this world, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they both love bridges.
Yeah.
They both bridge heavy art. They love bridges too.
Real
Right.
Ooh, Joe.
real R&Bers.
Man.
Right.
Man.
Yeah,
Come
man.
on.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that need to be collaborating more.
She
In
did
my
a lot early. Like Brandy got a lot of that stuff out the way early.
yes, she
Like
did.
collabs and
Yep.
She
like the I Wanna Be Down remix with Queen Latifah and MC Light and Yo
Uh-huh.
Yo and
she got super successful early in other
yeah,
stuff that outside of music where
Yep,
she didn't
that
have
too.
to do music no more.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Like we see that same situation with like a Tyrese.
Yep.
Tyrese don't really have to do music to pay his bills.
Mm-mm.
right.
So he can do music when he kind of want to. Brandy, same way. She got fired so early and
Uh-huh.
caught the other angle so early. I think by the time she was around, like, cause Usher and her around the same age bracket, she was super OG'd up, doing other stuff by the time Usher was popping.
He said she did it with mostly rappers though. Correct.
Correct.
And I feel like she came from that time period
Yep.
Yeah.
where, you know, um
Mm-hmm.
well her formula turned into that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like let me get a hip hop act, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like later on, she got
Mm.
when she was on that record that Kanye did,
Mm-hmm.
which was cold. That was cold too.
I know, right?
Don't even get me started on that.
I know.
Because when that came out, oh my god. But
Yep.
yeah, turn it to her formula.
Yep.
Um, but she
And,
really not feature heavy. She's
mm-mm.
not a feature heavy type artist.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In her defense, I feel like at some point everybody female wise was conforming to that, even if that wasn't in it, simply because Mary J. Blige was still reigning supreme in that area, which was
Right,
dominating at the time.
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So people felt like
And
they had
Mary's
to do
not
that.
feature heavy either.
Nope,
No.
not at all.
But you did
But
mention
definitely
something.
collaborative.
Sequel.
Definitely
You
a lot of her
mentioned
bigger
something.
global hits are definitely collabs.
Yeah.
You sequel. You mentioned on the Mary J. Blige album. You mentioned that Faith Evans was heavily involved in that on the
Mhm.
background vocal part. Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
On the My Life album.
Yeah,
Oh
on my
yeah,
life,
definitely, man.
because I didn't
If
know
you
that.
yeah, if you listen to most of my life, pretty much all the way through, just not. I can't name too many instances you're not going to hear Faith's voice somewhere in the background.
That's crazy.
Somewhere in the background, but it makes sense though because she definitely did a lot of writing and a lot of vocal production on here, as well as Big Bub from Today,
Okay.
classic singer songwriter, heavy in this game behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And even Casey Haley or whatever featured on a few backgrounds on this album as well. So it was
Mm,
definitely more of a collaborative effort,
right.
but more prevalent than anybody is definitely Faith Evans. Like early on, like I can honestly say, like I used to argue with people all the time, like Faith, like Mary J is as successful as she is. A lot of instances because of Faith,
Yeah.
her pen, her vocal arrangement or whatever. Like I can honestly say, like Faith doesn't get a lot of doggone credit, and a
Mm,
lot of what she's contributed to a lot of
Right.
people's careers outside of her own.
Come on.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
that
And Mary early on being one of them or whatever. I mean, and it's already publicly documented how she early on it was all over Usher's first album.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Writing, background vocals. Like, yeah, at one time, Faith was that woman.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
Behind the scenes, long before she ever dropped the album. And we all know what that first project was for Faith. So,
Right.
right.
I mean, yeah, but she was always in the background cultivating through other artistry.
See, I never knew that that connection was there on Faith doing a lot of the background vocals and the work. But that's dope to know.
Most
Uh,
definitely.
but looks like the phone lines are open.
Yes, sir.
Phone lines is open.
Phone
That's
lines
the number
is
to call.
is
call
we are.
in right
If you
now.
would like to call in and talk about this Brandy
Hell yeah.
Full Moon album versus Mary J. Blige My Life album,
Yes.
Mhm.
come on.
Come on.
Let's,
It's,
let's,
yeah,
let's talk that nerd talk.
most definitely.
You know what I mean?
Or if you got a good Mary J. Blige story or a Brandy story, come on.
Come on. Come on, folks.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. There's a lot of artists that was behind the scene before they popped out. You right.
Yep.
You right.
That's
Sometimes you got to
correct.
pop out and show.
that
Oh, God.
No,
part. That
hey,
part.
I live in LA. I can't help it.
Oh. LA love their artists, man.
Yeah.
They
Hey,
love
hey,
their
it's a beautiful thing to see. More places need to love their artists like that.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
man,
saying?
I'm not
Yeah.
from
I
LA,
want to
but
mention no
you might
names,
be
but
confused.
it'd
Yeah.
be beautiful if more places love their artists like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah. Um,
Oh
Hey
man,
man. But tell us what y'all think, man. Where y'all stand
we
on
never
this?
got a Brandy and Mary J. Blige collab, huh?
Sure
nah,
haven't.
nah.
Sheesh.
Sure haven't.
Yeah.
Any opinions on why y'all think that might be?
Nah, not really.
I don't either. So much speculation in that, but at the end of the day, I would love to see it happen before it's all
Yeah,
said and done.
it's a good. It's almost like interesting. Like, were they not going after the same fan base, or did they not feel like it would be beneficial from a label standpoint?
Yeah.
Because they was crazy hot around the same time, but I always looked at Brandy to be a little kid
Mhm.
Mm,
because of
Yep.
that show. That
I
show
feel
made
you.
me look at Brandy like Brandy was a kid and she was older than me.
Yeah. And I think that was the conflict to the highs and lows of her music career.
right.
Right.
Also, with the acting, also how people viewed her. Like,
Yeah, she
I
was
honestly, yeah. So that's a credible statement right there. Definitely
Yeah.
credible.
right. I would like to see Brandy go into more get into some movies now though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be an actor.
Uh-huh.
Let's go. Hollywood.
Yeah.
Will Smith.
Yeah. Like I said, she did a lot of stuff early.
Yeah.
Did a lot of
No.
stuff early, like
I want
Mm-hmm.
her to do it now.
to so early to the point people didn't. Some people just
Forgot
don't
that she
really
was like
remember
that.
that she
Yeah.
was
That
doing
she
all
was
of that.
that big. You
Yeah.
had to be crazy big to have your own TV show, and to have a TV show that was so popular and so big, it overshadowed you as an artist. Because
Mm-hmm.
that Moesha was crazy. Ah,
Yeah, you got a show
but
that's
that's
coming on every week.
but
Like,
that's just my opinion. I only say that to say because I looked at an article where Marcus Houston had jumped out of Sister Sister because of that reason. He said, "Look, yo, I'm so popular over here, and my character is so this way is conflicting with what I really want, and when that's to be a artist."
Yep.
right.
Yep.
But you know, I'm just
Yep.
saying. I'm just saying. Brandy was extremely huge.
Yep.
But
At
see,
that time.
Brandy came in the game acting,
Yes, she
right?
did.
She started out, we saw her as an actor first.
Yep.
Talk about that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we saw her
because
as an actor first.
Yep.
Was she on Thea? Was it Thea?
She was on Thea.
Yeah. It was Thea.
Yeah.
Her and Ray J.
Yeah. Very popular TV show. Yeah, they both came in the game as actors first on child actors.
That's what don't get talked about.
Yes, it
yeah,
doesn't at
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
We were
Just like
introduced to them. They were introduced to us as actors
exactly.
first.
Just like they don't talk about Ray J's first album
yeah. Ray J first album was an R&B album for
or
sure.
or the Disney stint that he did early on.
Yo, they were on Thea.
Yeah.
On Thea.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
Yeah.
all right. Y'all just made me.
Oh, and just to scratch your acting itch or whatever she just did about that Christmas movie that she dropped towards the end of the year last year. That's
Okay.
some more recent stuff. And
hmm
come September, she has a horror flick that she's in called The Front Room that's coming out in
Oh,
September.
I saw them promoting
Yeah, they
that.
got the trailer out for that right now. I think it's gonna be on Netflix.
Now
Mm.
let's not forget Mary J. Blige jumped into some acting too. Wasn't she on
Yeah,
Power?
Yeah.
later
She's
on
in,
in her
was
career.
it what is she? correct me. Is it Power that she's on?
Yeah, she's part of Power Saga.
Yeah. You know what Mary was
But it was later
her
on.
music carried her, man. Them tours
Yeah,
that
exactly.
she was doing.
Hmm. And she was
Like
setting
Mary was
records.
doing her own tour.
Yep.
Like
Mm.
Yep.
and then naming the tours after her albums.
The
Yep.
You know what I mean?
My Life tour.
Yep. And then she had the what's her name?
Yep.
The
Yep.
one later on. Remember the one later on she did the DVD too. And it was a live tour DVD. And I remember she was singing when she was singing the broken heart again,
Mm-hmm.
another lesson learned.
Mm-hmm.
Better know your friends, or else I will get burned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was singing that live and was
Yep.
going off.
Yep. She was
Wait,
on
wait, wait, wait.
Empire too. You're right, Marshall Wayne.
She was on Empire 2 or she was on
Yep.
Empire or
Mary,
Power?
Mary J. No, she's been on both.
What?
She's been on
Okay.
both.
I gotta watch more TV. I just know
Yeah, she was on Empire.
Yeah.
She was.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah,
did
but
Jamie
Mary.
Foxx show. Remember that feature she did on Jamie Foxx show?
Yep, sure did.
Classic episode.
Classic episode. But
Right.
she's been like featured in shows like that, like maybe early in
Mhm.
her career, but not no real. But she ain't really getting no real like acting opportunities or real acting like till later on in her career.
She was too busy as an artist.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Too busy as an artist.
Most definitely.
Well,
Most
look,
definitely.
You know, I think overall, man, I you know, I would have loved to hear a Mary J. Blige Brandy collab.
yeah.
I mean, and I say that now, but I mean, maybe then it just felt like it was just two different, two different
Worlds.
sides of the world.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know, age difference. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. You say the obvious now, Marshall Wayne. My bad, man. Look, side note, Empire just hustle and flow. We know that, man. Come on. Come on. Look, we already know that, man.
that's funny.
We already know it's the same talking man.
That's
We know that,
funny.
man.
Man.
Shout out, man.
Well, I don't know if it's
Funny,
hustle and flow, but that
Oh
was
man.
funny though.
When you break it down, man.
Nah, the way he was on hustle and flow. Nah, nah.
Hey, man.
Messing up my mode, man.
That is
You
crazy.
advertising my right now. Oh man.
Oh my god. Y'all got me dying over.
Hilarious. He was hilarious in Hustle and Flow.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
But I took his character serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did
Well,
not
some
take
some
Ludacris'
lessons in
character
there.
serious.
Huh?
I did not take Ludacris' character serious.
Oh no, never that. Mm-mm.
Ludacris' character made me not like him.
Right. I'm like,
I
Yeah.
ain't listening to no Luda record. Look how you did DJ.
he did DJ dirty. He
Oh,
peed
man.
on his. Okay, let me chill.
Yeah. Hey, so where y'all at, man? Hey, how y'all stand over there? What do y'all prefer, man? Full Moon,
Oh.
Brandy,
You can
or
put me in
Mary
my
J.
seat
Blige?
like that.
My life.
This ain't that type
Like-
of party, Grandpa.
I'm
Can I
sorry,
choose? Can I
I'm just
choose
saying
both?
that- I mean, we're doing the verses. I mean, ain't no right or wrong. Some people got a preference. Some people don't.
Can I choose
personally
both?
don't, but just got to approach the question. I mean, that's how we presented it.
He just jumped over with it.
Hey,
Right.
call in.
Every time I said that, he just
Call
he
in.
jumped right over it. Like, nope.
Call in. Let us
That's
know.
right.
Hey,
I gotta
619-333-8624. Call in. Let's talk about it.
I gotta say both, man. I
You
can't
gotta say
pick
both?
one. No, I can't.
I think
I
Both of
can't
them was
even
too
hold you.
impactful.
Yeah.
They
I can't hold you.
as soon as you start playing the songs, you're like,
yeah.
Yeah. I can't even hold you to that, bro. I'm the same way, man.
now some people can go into like they'll go on. I can see where people can kind of go into like, oh well, I prefer this person as a vocalist. And that's a different topic. But when we talk about the albums, we're talking about the albums and not the artists.
Yeah.
It's
I
both
think
albums is really good.
it's kind of hard. I think you get you get more emotion from my life because of the tone of the album and what it was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Full Moon is like a master's class on how to get busy. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
Like it was so they I like them both for two different reasons.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
completely like two completely different reasons. Yeah,
Right. Yeah, both classics, man.
I mean,
Definitely.
but
Definitely.
if you, I don't know.
Yep. I feel you, Washer Wayne. I need both of them too.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I
Yep.
mean? I got more
Yep.
Yeah.
intimate knowledge with Brandy's stuff because of the time frame when it came out.
Yep.
Hmm.
But going back and listening to some of the Mary J. Blige stuff, it made me realize that I call it the Keith Sweat effect. Let me explain.
Mm.
Got a partner who's getting married, and he's like, "Yo, for my reception, I'm gonna play nothing but Keith Sweat." And I'm like, "Keith Sweat?" I'm like, "I don't like no Keith Sweat." As ignorant as I was, he put on the tape. I knew every Keith. I'm talking about 15 joints. I knew every Keith Sweat song. I know how I knew him. Same way with Mary J. Blige. I say that to say you don't have to be a fan of Mary J. Blige to be familiar with her because of how
Right.
impactful she was.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And if you was familiar with her, then you can't help but be a fan.
Yeah.
That
Especially
part.
at that time, those records were crazy. So
Yeah.
that's the
Sheesh.
impact. Now, Brandy, you know, good gosh, full moon. Like I said, if I never heard Brandy before and heard that, it made me want to hear everything she ever did.
Right. Um, y'all got any last shout outs before we wrap this beautiful conversation up?
Hey man,
Hey, shout out to the chat for real. Hey, shout out Washer
See?
Wayne.
See?
If y'all not privy, man, go check him out. He's on my Vibes and Convo playlist right now.
heck
The
yeah,
single called Bleeding. And
Fire.
it's and he's singing like he bleeding on that bad boy
yeah,
for real.
Fire.
Fire.
right.
All the way fire. We appreciate you being in the chat, man.
Yes, sir.
Everybody else that tuned in, man, we appreciate y'all, man. One love.
Absolutely. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everyone who supports the show. You know, same bad channel, same bad place. We'll be here next Saturday at 12.
Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, every 12 Pacific time we here.
Yeah.
You know,
3 3
do
p.m. if you're on the east, y'all.
yeah.
Yeah,
Make sure you check out the Vibes and Combo playlist on Spotify now. Type in Vibes and Combo. Um, yeah, man. Adding songs all the time. Adding new songs all the time. You know, check new episodes, check old episodes. You know what I'm saying? Um, but
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man. So we're gonna see y'all next Saturday, right?
that's right.
Same time, right?
Same channel.
Get into it. Get into it. All right, y'all. Vibes and Combo. Peace, 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 peace.
Peace, peace.